Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 2024 Hart Women's Volleyball Media Day. I'm your host, Hart correspondent Rich Linden. This morning, we're excited to speak with longtime Graceland University head coach Stu McDowell, as well as student athlete Brenna Crabtree. Coach, how you doing today?
We're doing great. And yourself?
I'm doing all right. All right, a little hot and humid, but hey, it's August. It's August in the Midwest, you know? So let's get started. Let's get right into this, Coach. How's preseason? How's practice going so far? What have been some of the highlights that you've noticed over the past 2 weeks?
Well, it's the longest preseason ever, without question. And you sort of enter into that with some trepidation that can you really use all that time, stay healthy, et cetera. We kind of have three goals for preseason. We want to find ourselves again on the volleyball court. We want to regain technical expertise for individuals. We want to find ourselves as a team, polish up systems a little bit, and then we'd like to emerge healthy. So
Yes.
sort of our model is a 2-2-1-0. We'll practice twice today, twice tomorrow, once on the third day and zero on the fourth. And the idea hopefully is that we emerge from that reasonably healthy. Cross fingers.
Sounds great. Well, you've got a star player right here. Introduce us to your athlete. Tell us what she means to the team.
Well, this is Brenna Crabtree. She is our one returning all-conference selection. She is a transfer student 2 years ago. She comes from Northern California, Fresno, outside hitter, and been a starter for us ever since she arrived.
Awesome. All right, Brenna, tell us a little bit about you. Tell us about your journey coming to Graceland and what you're majoring in. Let's start there.
Okay, I'm majoring in criminal justice with a minor in history. So I'm hoping to get that to law school after this. And I came to Graceland. I transferred in my sophomore year. I was at a JUCO in California, so I was doing pretty good there. And I kind of wanted a way out. I was looking around, and then I got into contact with Stu, and then here I am.
And here you are. Well, let's talk about your volleyball journey. How did you end up getting into volleyball, and what do you love the most about this sport? This is one of my favorites. It's
Yeah.
top of the top.
I played soccer all my life. And then volleyball was just kind of there. Our program wasn't huge when I was in middle school. High school, it started to grow. I met one of my favorite coaches. I still work for her to this day, like with club and everything. Um, so I think that's how I got started. And then my favorite thing about volleyball is probably just the camaraderie. I think at the end of the day, we walk off the court and I'm still friends with everybody on my team. We're still hanging out together. We'll still do other things together. We do like community service with Stu and everything. So I think it's really great.
That's awesome. It's like family. It's like you have a family. So what are your personal goals for this season, and how do those personal goals align with your team?
I think personal goals would probably be just to do better than I did last year. I think I underwent a hip surgery, so coming back from that is going to be really great for me. And I'm really hoping that I just keep my stats a little bit better than they were last year. And then for the team, I think if we all just kind of shoot for our own personal things, it brings us all together. Like obviously we can't hit without a pass, or we can't set without a pass, or things like that. So I think if we all kind of work on ourselves and then we all help each other work together, we'll get there.
Awesome. Sounds awesome. Wish you luck with that and that recovery, and stronger and faster, better, right?
Thank you.
So, Coach, let's talk about you. Yeah, man, let's go. You've been a longtime chair of the Hart Women's Volleyball Coaches Group. How much have you enjoyed the opportunity to help lead the Hart coaches, procedures, scheduling, that type of thing? I mean, the Hart, this conference, it keeps getting bigger and more competitive. Tell me about that.
Well, the intriguing thing is, at least from what I hear from other conferences and what I even hear from other sports within the Hart, we're not a contentious group. That in general, the Hart volleyball coaches sort of the stars sort of align with us. I mean, it's more like assisting people where they want to go rather than to try to fight battles to convince people that they've got to take another route. We, for instance, choose all conference by consensus. We don't vote.
That's amazing.
we talk about it until, as a group, we no, this is the player of the year. This is the setter of the year. These are the all conference players, first team, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know, lots of conferences wouldn't do that. And even if they tried that, they might not get it done. And it's our habit, it's our pattern. The nature of the beast is it does take time, there's no question, and it does take a certain stewardship for that side of the conference, but our people are responsive. It isn't like it's an antagonistic group.
Yeah.
It really is a supportive group that works together, and many of whom, even though clearly they want to have the best season of their life, they're able to adopt a big picture look.
I love this. I see this myself with the Heart. Very competitive on court. Off court, I see the coaches hanging out together, really enjoying each other's company and how to lift the whole conference up. So that's amazing. Well, let's talk about your team. Besides Brenna, who else is returning this year? And tell us about some of the incoming players and their potential.
Well, just in terms of returners, we have 3 setters on the team, 2 of them returners. The one freshman who made the team has pretty sweet hands. It's hard to tell just where she might fit, but we graduated an all-conference setter, but all things considered, I think we're fairly even there, just thanks to newcomers. At the pin left side, we graduated an all-conference pin, and we're different. At left side, we're different. We have a junior who made varsity who's just a really solid, competent player. Not necessarily, I don't know, I wouldn't say she's not star material, but at this point, she's not really probably quite ready to break out. Right side is an unknown for us because we gave away 2 middles from last year's class.
Sure.
Who were arguably super solid players. And we happened to have a young lady come from the Netherlands who's right at 6 foot, maybe 5'11". We're a little undersized there. She has amazing timing as a blocker. She understands that you have to turn the ball out of the middle. She's a very intelligent player, and she really likes us, and everybody likes her. I think that's a nice bonus. We've moved to right side, Katie Baker, who's the tallest kid on our team. She's pressing 6'2". She's at least a tall 6'1". Fast arm. She played middle in high school and club. She hasn't played middle since she's been here. She's a junior, but she wants to, and she wants to be a difference maker. And
Cool.
I think as the season goes on, that will be a positive. So the right side then becomes an injury issue right now. We're a really solid kid, 5'10", 5'11". She's a physical kid, but for at least all of her career here, it's like one day she's on the court, the next day she's in the training room. And it's a hard call. And she knows it's a hard call. She had foot surgery this summer. We have our fingers crossed that something good might happen there.
Sounds great.
So we may well have to use our third middle at right side. It's hard to know where that goes, but our platform core is amazing.
Solid. Solid.
Think, you know,
Brenna, let's talk about this core. Let's talk about this core with Brenna. You spent a lot of time with this team on and off the court. Tell me about your teammates. What's some of your routine? What do you do on the court? What do you do off the court?
With my teammates, especially with our passers, we make it a point to kind of let them, in a way, lead the court. Obviously, they get the first touch on the ball, which is one of the most important touches. So every ball, we kind of follow their seams. They set up defense. They let us know. As a pin, I want to know if I'm in the right spot, if I'm posted up as a block, if I'm set in a good area or not. We're very vocal with each other. Not in a not bad vocals, but we just let each other know what's going on. I think we all stretch together, we all set up, take down together, everything. If someone needs treatment, we're checking on why, we're checking how they are, kind of keeping each other in the loop.
I love that. Well, Coach, we kind of mentioned this before. Hart features some of the best women volleyball players in the entire nation. And now they're expanding to 15 members, including William Woods and Missouri Baptist. It's only going to get tougher. How do you prepare and how excited are you for that challenge? And what do you see this season?
Well, we're probably maybe one of two, possibly at the outside three leagues in the country where you don't have to leave your conference to play nationally ranked teams.
Right.
I mean, you start throwing Baptist in the middle of this, we could easily be a conference with 4 nationally ranked teams. So if you're into that, there's no night that you play that you can be off and succeed. You got to bring it every night. They're just every night is a challenge. There are really no bad teams in the conference, and that's a challenge. I guess at some level, it'd be nice to have a breather now and then, but
Right.
there's no breathers. It's bring it every night, and learn every night and get better every night and do your best to compete every night. And I think we have a history of being able to compete with everybody. That nobody beats us without having to do it.
It's going to be an incredible season. And look, I know that you wouldn't mention this, but I heard just a few weeks ago at the Heart Summit, your program was honored for the selection of the Musco Team Sportsmanship Award. The recipients for the sport of women's volleyball. That is, for me, that's huge as well. Beyond competing for conference championships, how much does that honor mean to you and to your team and to the program?
Well, it's kind of a fit with our mentality. Brenna can testify. They've heard me say trash talk is just not part of our model. We want people to walk out of our gym thinking this was a great place to play, that they love volleyball here, that they're responsive to good play, that they're not trying to create a home court advantage that's dissonant to the character values of the NAI. And that's our model. We don't badger officials. They won't see that from me. We're not a profane team. So there are a lot of things that I think play to the Musco Award, but that isn't where we were headed to go. We're just trying to be the team that we want to be.
Right. I love it. I love this so much. I'm looking forward to the season. Can't wait to get it on. And like you said, every single night in the Heart is just going to be a battle top to bottom. No bad teams. Any last things you want to say? Anything about the season? Brenna, anything you're most looking forward to? Is there a date or a team that you have circled on your calendar? Or you're just ready to go every night?
I've circled all of them.
Right.
There
Right.
is one thing you should hear, and that is that, I cannot necessarily compare our team to other teams in the Heart, but this is an all academic team. I mean, this is a team that won the ABCA Academic Team Award. And this team, for the last 3 years, has produced more academic All-Americans, Daktronics Scholar Athlete Award, than any other team in the country. Not just in the conference, but in the country.
Wow.
This 2 years ago, we had 15 academic All-Americans. A year ago, we had 19. Last year, we had 21 academic All-Americans. And that is literally the top in the entire country. And I know that our president is like mega proud of that. Our athletic director is mega proud of that. And of course, the coach is mega proud of that. And this is an academic All-American.
That's everything. That's legacy building. Well, I can't wait to see you all in action. It's going to be an exciting season. Thanks for taking time today and best of luck through the year.
Thank you.
Thank you.